So what I want to talk about here is the way Tesla is handling voice recognition. I've been riding this. This is my first time experience. This is a Tesla from a car rental company, which is considered to be a car for like a day trip or a car for like a weekend. Let's say we go to the navigation settings, display settings, and we say, okay, we want to have everything in English because, well, we're foreigners, we're tourists. We want to check out Norway. So we go to navigation and let's say, okay, I want to see Vigelands Park, which is the most famous park in Norway. So I go, navigate to Vigelandsparken. Navigate to Vikas Biking. Okay, that didn't work. Navigate to Munch Museum. Navigate to Move Museum. Okay, that didn't exactly work. Okay. Navigate to Fram Museet. Did he say navigate to Saddam Hussein and he actually pointed me an address in Oslo? Wow. Wow. I'm impressed. I was not expecting to get to Saddam Hussein from navigating to a museum. Anyway, so as a foreigner going to Norway, getting this rental car, which is maybe designed to be used by tourists, or for that matter, people who don't have cars, which might be expats. Pretty weird experience, Tesla. It's nothing it doesn't have anything to do with the rental company, but the way Tesla operate as this sort of vehicle is just a little bit embarrassing. Anyway, so we go back to the display. There's a little hack to it. You go to the display, you change not the navigation language, because the navigation is just the voice that they're speaking in. But you go to the voice recognition, and then you set Norwegian. Okay, let's try the same sort of examples. Let's try to get to the Vigelandsparken. Navigate to Vigelandsparken. There you go. I said navigate. I cheated. Let's try again. Navigate. Navigate to Vigelandsparken. Command not understood. So if I'm a foreigner, come to Norway, and I'm like, okay, navigate to Vigelandsparken. What do I get? Command not understood. Okay. Navigere till Vigelandsparken. There you go. Perfect recognition. So, if they basically took one part, navigate, and they switched Vigelandsparken, which you can't pronounce because, well, you're visiting this country, so you can just go to the Google Translate and see what happens, then you can use your voice recognition. It's actually really cultured to know how the locations in the country are pronounced. But if you're trying to use the English mode, you have no chance of doing that. If you're trying to use Norwegian, then it works. But you have to know not to use the English commands. You have to use the Norwegian commands. So, let's say I would like to turn the heating on in Norwegian. Turn the heating on. Turn the healing AV? Okay. Healing AV is going to be a command in the future. Interesting. Or like, I'm cold. Searching for I'm cold. So any of the English commands where you're in Norwegian mode is not going to work. So basically you're stuck with an unusable navigation system if you're stuck to English. And if you're trying Norwegian, you have to learn all the command names. So unfortunately, it's kind of it should be a hybrid. You should be able to go to the settings, click display, and say, okay, recognize names from that country. And you just choose what country or language should the locations be recognized while you still maintain the English commands. Because that's what I want. I want to say, navigate to Vigelandsparken. Navigate to Big Lots Parking. I'm sorry. This is kind of hilarious. Okay, that's basically my biggest but there's a hack. There's a hack I found. Once you're in if you want to maintain the English commands, there's a hack around it. Once you're in the navigation, you can click on the search bar and then speak the Norwegian sounding name. Vigelandsparken. Okay, that did work. Museum. Link Museum. That worked for something. Oscarshallen. Damn, even my hack doesn't work now. Because I had something going on once. From museum. See? From museum. There we go. So it can do some stuff. Vigelandspark. See? So you can kind of like do the search and then like select Vigelandspark, and then you're gonna get your destination. So that's the closest I could get. So just going to the search bar. So you're driving. It's inconvenient. I know you have to click on, like, get your eyes off the road. You shouldn't be doing that, right? But that's the closest you can, like, if you don't know how exactly to pronounce stuff and, like, how to type it in or, like, that's the closest. Just click on navigation and then press the button. And then press the button. You know, you can recognize the words. That's nice. Anyway. Apart from that, the Tesla was great. Acceleration phenomenal. The UI, the fluidness of the screen and navigation's absolutely, like, you can't make it better. It's so fluid. It's like a gaming screen. It's just buttery smooth. It's absolutely phenomenal. And what struck me like the most impressive part about navigating in Norway with this screen was how it tracked tunnel, the location in the tunnel. It was just perfect. I couldn't find words to describe like how good following the location in the tunnel, because normally the navigation system is disconnected from your car's, internals. So if it loses GPS, the navigation is completely useless. Meanwhile, in a Tesla, you have all the telemetry data and all the systems integrated, and then it's easy to track where you are on the road. You can even track like where are you turning, right? So the car is gonna, even without GPS connectivity, you will know like, okay, the car turned right by that much degrees and is driving at that speed. So you can easily like retrace the location of your car even though GPS is not available. And I haven't seen anything that comes close in any other car I've driven so far. So I'm very impressed. Smoothness, responsiveness of the touchscreen, the way this whole thing operates is buttery smooth. I'm super impressed. And I know I want a Tesla, but the thing is that I'm definitely going to choose something bigger, because the Model 3 for a guy with a kid, with a baby, starting a family, this is too small. The whole stroller part, like sports equipment, putting a sleigh inside, it's a little bit of a drag. it's hard to fit, your family life in this car. So unfortunately, we want to get this price point, but at this price point, we just decide to wait. We just decide to get some more money and maybe go for a Model Y. Anyway, that would sum up my little rant on navigation and some nice words about the car itself. I think the main thing that strikes you as you drive a Tesla is this is not a company with those stupid silos, these divisions, where everybody is just like, okay, the entertainment and navigation system is completely different from the car internal components. So like, they have no, good exchange of information. They have, this car is a software product. Like, the software is on the center, at the heart of the experience, and you can tell it's a new kind of device. It's not it's like jumping from a Windows mobile smartphone to an iPhone. This is basically the equivalent of a jump in user experience quality. This sort of experience in the car was unattainable and still is in any other manufacturers. Only Tesla from the cars. You can change my mind. If there is a car out there that has software that is as good as this car, I really want to try it. But so far, I don't need any more proof. I know that if I want to buy something, I just drive this for a weekend and I know I want a Tesla. Not Model 3, but Model Y. Something a little bit bigger. Cybertruck? Nah, that's probably a little bit too big. But yeah, definitely something like Model Y. But yeah, if somebody from Tesla is listening to this, definitely change. I know you're an American company. I know Americans are very American. You like to have everything like, okay, this country uses this language, so that's all we got. But there's multilingual countries, right? There are countries that have multiple languages. How are they going to operate a user interface like this? Like, they want to use their language for commands, but the place is still named the same. There should be definitely two languages. Language for location recognition. Language for command recognition. And then the whole thing is solved. And also the location recognition should be automated. If you're in Norway, why the hell would I like to look up any location in another continent, especially in the United States? Like, what, am I gonna get locations Australia?